Welcome to the channel, I'm SmileyFaceX. I'm putting my Australian Infantry experience to the test on Door Kickers 2. Currently doing an IRONMAN run. If you don't know what an IRONMAN run is, you start a fresh game, no unlocks, it can be done in the settings. Take note of any deaths you have, they're out for the remainder of the run. We currently have 8 dead, I believe we're at. Anyone's lightly or heavily injured or out for a mission or two, depending on whether they're, again, lightly or heavily. And the run ends once you either complete all the missions or your whole squad is dead. Alright, let's get you caught up with where you're at. On the previous episode, we managed to complete, what's this, Market Garden, Market Day, whatever this is, Market something. By posting 2 snipers in the window, overlooking the hostage, make sure he doesn't get clipped. And then with our 2 assaulters down the bottom there, pretty much wrapping them around clockwise throughout the map. We only sustained 1 lightly injured purse throughout this mission, so very successful for something so complex. We also had a pair of snipers and an insider threat take on this huge map by themselves, utilizing a rocket launcher of all things, funnily enough, to get the main weapon cached room under control. Anyway, on with today's mission. Let's do it. Alright, so we finished all the CIA missions, the Never See, Never Be. Now we're on to the SWAT missions. These missions are designed with a lot more purse because the militia that the SWAT normally have only take up half a slot. So they're meant to just have a bunch of people everywhere. So while the CIA you're supposed to have a little amount of guys, this one you're supposed to have a lot of guys. So we'll see how this goes. We barely have enough people to fill out maps. If we start getting a couple of injuries, we might not be able to do the whole amount of purse on every map. So let's get into it. First one off the shelf. Foreign influences. Eliminate all terrorists. This is a mission I've done before on the channel, which I'll link in the description if you want to see that. It was before I started the IRONMAN challenge, so I have had experience on this map. There's a lot of S-vests. Couple of civilians as well. Okay, we could deploy to the, if we want to be mobile, to these positions, but it's really not that hard for us to get there in the first place, okay? So what we done last time, and I'm going to repeat the same thing because it worked, right? Okay. We're going to go through this building and then push through to this one and then push through to this one. Because just through all the glass and everything like that, mainly this part here, you can clear this whole area from this building here. And likewise, if I push through here, trying to clear this with all these lines of sight to kill me is just a death sentence, so we're just not going to do it. So we're just going to push straight this way. The main threat is going to be this junction and this junction, either side of the truck, as we're trying to move dudes shooting through there. So as long as we deal with that, we should be just fine. So I'm going to drop some dudes in, do some loadouts, and I will be back. Alright, we have our loadouts. We have Creed with some slaps. We got a camera. We have some more slaps on Chico. It'll be his debut. Nobes is back in the action, and Hembo with their normal full grenade setup. Pigeon and Average are our marksmen going into this, and then also Frosty with some more slaps just to make sure. Alright, let's get it. So, what we want to do, we want to establish security here and security here, so then we control an L, and then that can lead us to pushing in to make entry. In order to do that, we need to cross these 2 apertures. So we're going to rely on a gun to get that done for us. And in the meantime, our other gun can watch the 6 about there. Should be fine for him to watch that way. Main guy comes this way. We should give him a buddy as well, so a sniper. There we go. They should be able to help each other. And then we want to push with our main force. Okay, we are probably, where's somebody with a smoke? Here we go. Average can chuck a smoke here. And then we can start moving. Alright, let's get that initial setup done first and see how we're going. Probably not a bad grenade, but I think we should be okay on this. Okay, there is a civilian, so I'm going to stop that. It was just there was such a high threat that we just had to. Okay, the smoke is in place. We can start moving. So the first threat is this red space here. Second is going to be these angles, especially once the smoke dissipates. And the least threatening is going to be our actual wall itself. Okay, so Creed is going to go straight to our entry point. Spare can be his number 2. So off the right hip, moving together. Okay, once this is actually clear, Creed watches long. Okay, Chico's fresh. Kind of worried about sending him. The main threat is going to be that once we get to about here, because there's still long angles along here that we have to look out for. So we're trying to make a bit of a diamond formation. I just need to be close for it to work. Okay, then we got a third person, so we can send average to do pretty much any pickup jobs along the way, which is probably going to be helping Chico, because Chico's pretty inexperienced. So let's get those 4 moving. Get them to move together would be nice. Alright. Then we are missing, who is it? Yellow. He's in a bit of a weird spot. Nobes has been injured, so do we want to maybe drop Nobes back a little bit? We can bring Yellow into the fold. Where's Yellow? Okay, from here, let's see if Nobes can just help us out with something. Alright, let's see how that looks. Formation looks good. That angle's good. Rear security is important. And we've made it to the target building. Okay, now we need to get these other lot of lads across. So we're going to pop another smoke here. Continue to watch it. We're going to pop a little bit just so we don't get caught up with each other. And then we're going to start pushing with these lads here. So I think first across is going to be Frosty. His main job being there. Actually, correction. You can go like this. Okay. Pigeon can actually clear the thing for him and then push down. Okay, and then Nobes is going to run and tuck behind the car. Orientated this way. And Hembo is going to join him. Okay, let's get that squad into position. Yeah, good re-smoke, because there were threats. Alright, this laneway is clear, so we can post Frosty on it to help. And make sure he can see down the whole thing. Okay. And then nobs. There we go. We got our 2 guns into position. Okay, so we're going to sneak into this room and then work it this way through the rest of the building. We will get... Freed can come in, hold that. Come on, mate. Get in. Yeah, these guys are getting awfully close, so we're just going to back up just a touch. Now that he's in, blue is going to come in. Does blue have... No. Purple has the camera, so we'll wait for blue to get in before we... Let's camera this thing. Camera busted out. Like I got fucking demolished. Okay, this initial thing is clear. Going to roll this with a helper. As far as trouble rooms, I believe the only big one is probably this one and this one are the ones I'm worried about. So they're the ones I'm going to bang if I need a bang. Push this guy up so we can get ready to help. Keep this guy as wide as we can. Nice. Secured. Starting to get real narrow. We are going to bring in our extra dudes. Let's go. It's getting narrow at the front of the stack, so we're going to switch to pistols. We're going to camera this. Okay, the bathroom is clear. Can camera this as well, give him someone to help. Yeah, it's getting tight. It's getting real tight. Okay, that door's shut, which is good. If this was open, it kind of changes the whole way that we're clearing this. Yeah, we don't really need to dominate, but we will. Because it is just good practice. Check this out once more. Actually, we can probably just have one in depth, right? He doesn't need to go all the way up there. Heard a gate. Where was that? No idea. We'll just keep going. This guy's got his pistol out, I believe. We'll switch that across. Okay, room looks okay. Just a couple of little rooms at the back there. Yeah, that looks good. These rooms, again, look pretty nice. Let's just switch this. Okay, we'll check this to make sure. Shit, you never know. Okay, nice. Last room. And clear. Okay, I do want to get some slaps on this door so we can just burst out of it. We don't have to worry about kicking and shit like that. So we will do that. While they're doing that, this guy can cover. Who's this guy? This guy's our sniper, so we do want him to be at the window eventually. We're going to post from here. Post from the window and try to get to the car. And then push across. Okay, the charges are set. Get these guys towards the window. We can start pushing down the laneway to secure that as well. Okay, good, that is secure. We can both focus on this now. Alright, we do have one threat. Where was he? Oh, just there, behind the car. Nice. Now, I think we can exploit orange just a little bit more here. Just because he's already eliminated one and it just makes it safer for when we do blow this. Yeah, nice. Alright, we're going to blow these on alpha. And crack this window on alpha. Oh, doesn't like it anymore. Funny, funny. Alright, let's do all that.
Alpha, go.
Okay, good. Nothing was seen from the car.
Alpha, go.
That guy's just chipping away on that bottom left. I don't know if you've seen that, but he was just doing that more or less. Spare got injured, so we'll just get him down. Don't need to fight that. Okay, we are going to push across with these two. And I think once they get there, we are going to switch this across a little bit. I think we're just going to frag this. Stand up, face this way so we can clip him, hopefully. Oh, that's it. Okay, sweet. 2 injuries. Clean mission. Spare and Nobes copped a hit, but that was it. That is not bad. Alright, so like I said, I didn't want to overly explain this too much because it has already been featured on the channel. I just kind of wanted to crack it out. Hopefully if you missed the first one, you did check out. If you want to see a bit more of the reasons why, I think I explained it brief enough, but yeah. Pretty much you want to move to somewhere that you can hold up and make a better entry. You don't want to be fighting from a vehicle if you can help it because they can always get blown up. At least fighting from the red vehicle, they have to get really close to us either side of this truck. They can't just fire a long-range RPG from the back of a room somewhere. So yeah. Again, it's all about setting cordons. You'll see these gunners put in work, and then once we do everything else, we didn't even have to make entry onto two different buildings. We only cleared a single building, and there wasn't a single enemy inside. They were all just hanging out outside, and it's just all about the cordon and moving safely, which was pretty nice. You still gotta be deliberate and respect all the little nooks and crannies. You don't want to get lazy with it. The reason why I'm kicking this without somebody directly over his shoulder is that kicking does produce that little bit of a stun. So as long as it is just like a single cubic, like a little toilet cubicle, it's going to be enough. We're going to blow this with slaps, so then we can stand in the doorway. This doesn't give you cover in game, but real life it would, because you can kind of shadow, like cover half your silhouette. So it's just a better spot to be fighting from.
Alpha, go.
And then you'll see this engagement to the bottom left here. And there's the tricky one where he actually cops a hit. I probably could have left him up. I think this guy's took 2 hits from that, so he's probably real close to being dead. But I really didn't want to risk any lads this deep into the run when I've got so many healthy dudes. And funnily enough, that was the last guy. Alright lads, I fucked up. Thought I was recording this next mission the entire time. However, I was on the full screen record as per like my intros, so it didn't actually capture me going through the mission. I said when I was doing all this that I wasn't going to do a second mission, but I decided to because of a YouTube poll that I put up and the response to that. So this is that mission. It's a hostage rescue, heavily defended, built up area. About to execute some lad. There's 5 hostages, a couple of bombs. It's been featured on the channel before, but the basic gist is that we're going to blow the bottom right and get our snipers to work on a little bit of a cross coverage. And then our main assaulting force down the bottom left here is going to make entry into this room. And then we're just going to flow clockwise with snipers at the gates here controlling this main corridor. For the mission, you can bring 10 lads. I only have 10 lads available because I have 2 guys that are lightly injured. And then, yeah, so that's where we're at for this mission. So let's play it through. I'll keep this one on so you can see all the shit that I'm doing. Obviously, you don't get to see all the pauses and stuff like that, but you can still see the gist of it, so. We did take a hit there onto, who was it? Chico took a hit. We weren't covering the gate, so one guy actually got out of there and took a shot at somebody. Batty's taken a shot. Kind of the theme of this was my guys getting shot. Okay, looks like I'm circling what I'm doing. Trying to be as deliberate as possible. So both these guys got shot. Slut and Frosty both took a hit. So Chico's hit, Creed's hit, Hembo's hit, Slut's hit, Frosty's hit, Batty's hit. We're just getting kind of pumped from everywhere. Trying to be as careful as possible because we really don't want to drop anyone now. Found our first bomb. We've got some long range corridors to deal with now, especially with that door being open.
Alpha, go.
Gummy's here Gummy takes a hit, so that's another one injured. No deaths so far, but we're fucking right on the verge. Swapping Gummy out with average because he has more HP. We decided to swing 2 guys just to help with that long cover. Make an entry with our shotgunner. Oh, yep, you guys wouldn't have seen because of the way I was recording it, but yet we did buy a shotgun. That was our only purchase, so it cost 8 stars. Then we're just making sure we maintain our security and using all our rear guys to defuse and grab hostages and such. Snipers have pushed through just to make sure nobody's sneaking out the gate or any other random little piss that's happening. While the hostages are gathered up to get out.
Thank you, I won't forget this. Hostage secured.
So I do apologize about the bit of a difference to the quality of this mission, just because you don't get to see my full thought process. I have the audio of it, but that's fuck all if you can't actually see what I'm talking about. So just let it be known that I was stressing out the entire fucking time because every one of my dudes seemed to just be attracted to fucking metal. And that is the mission done.
Hostage secured. Hostage secured.
So the outcome of it is that Batty's injured, Gummy's injured, Frosty's injured, Slut's injured, Chico's heavily injured, Hembo's injured, Creed is injured. Oh, holy, what a mission. And this has even more dire consequences, because if you're keeping up with the missions, next up, we're getting ambushed. And we have 7 guys that are sitting out, so I don't even think we can field the full 6. We'll find out next episode, but this is what we got, like, and these guys are pretty much going to the slaughter unless we can get pretty lucky with this next mission. So next episode's going to be real fucking spicy. I hope to see you there. Catcha.